All right, all right. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so this is part 3 of the bonus general message. We're gonna we're gonna try to get through this one swiftly. I'm sorry these are getting so long lately, but if you didn't watch part 1 or part 2, you'll definitely need to do that first, or you're gonna be lost because we're picking up right where we left off. And we're talking just about her situation right now. So what we saw is they would like to reach out immediately, and they may, but they are reaching out with a broken heart. There is it's kind of like hitting them that she's done, she's gone, she's over it, and her life is really good. The one thing that isn't terrific is that if they're so brokenhearted because they see her so happy and single, and they know that so much time has passed, that her whole life path has shifted, and they're brokenhearted because it's like, oh my gosh, but I want to talk to her now, I'm ready to come forward. They are feeling that almost like a panic of, she's so good without me, it's been so long now, and she's gone a different direction. Well, they didn't step up or try to correct anything, so that happens, right? So let's just talk about where she's at right now. Let's go with this deck. They see her as having all this kind of success and happiness. They see her as somebody wealthy, possibly somebody whose life is on in a different way. What's so crazy is her life is not what it all seems to be. We have the Moon card. There's a lot of secrets here that they can, peering into somebody's life does not give you any real information about genuinely what's happening. She actually has, secretly, she's very stuck still. Very stuck. She's got something that she doesn't admit maybe to herself or to anyone. What is she stuck on? Remember, it's taken her a really long time to get beyond this. Oh my gosh, what is she stuck on? We have the Sun in the reverse, we have the Hierophant in the reverse, and we have that 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. She is still... Look, I'm going to say that this relationship left its mark on her, possibly, or it's just that she's a little bit stuck. She doesn't have full happiness yet. She's a little bit... as much as she's changed beyond this, as much as she's trying to listen to her guides, as much as she is in a much better place now, we still see that she hasn't quite achieved full restoration of her happiness. It still seems like she's a little bit, doesn't have full direction, because she's not really hearing her higher self speak. She only knows that she didn't miss out on anything by not having this person in her life, but fully restoring her energy to its former capacity. I think she's still sleuthing out, like, okay, who am I now? Where am I going now? She's made a big change. We saw her go through the energy of change, the Death card. We've seen her say, I'm ready to make some changes. We've seen her way back in part 1. We saw her saying, you know what? I have been holding back. I haven't really connected with anyone, even though I'd like to, even though I'm a romantic, even though I dream of having love. I haven't really flipped on my open sign that says, hi, I'm so-and-so and I'm single and I'm ready to mingle. But she's thought a lot about it, said, I need to make some changes. I'm ready to communicate with somebody and get to know somebody. So I need to be open to doing that, but I don't really know how to do it yet. So secretly, she's still a little bit stuck because there's a lack of direction. She's not quite hearing the full connection to the higher self yet, but she does know, in regards to that person who, unbeknownst to her, has been staring at her all this time, that they have been punishing her with silence. She does know, I don't pine for them. Okay, wonderful. 5 of coins in the reverse. She is no longer in that painful place that they left her in. That's excellent. But how she moves forward is still a bit of a mystery even to her. What is next for me, she says. What I don't know. I don't know what is next for me. We got a Queen of Swords upright. We got the Fool card. We got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so I know that the person from my past who iced me out, who ghosted me, who I don't know what happened with them, but I don't need to think about them anymore. I just need to be open and honest with myself that I genuinely am starting fresh. It's the first day of the rest of my life today. And I've got excellent boundaries, and I'm going to go ahead and be really honest with myself that I want to take a step forward. I want to do things like I'm a new person, a shiny new person. I'm a Queen of Swords, walk with my head high. I speak my truth. I'm very comfortable in who I am. 5 of Wands. I'm ready to learn some new stuff. I want to interact maybe with more than one person. Maybe she wants to focus on something that would be like I want to do something that is interesting to me, take a class or something, and meet people that way. I don't know that I want to like go online dating. I think I want to meet people while I'm doing something that's interesting to me. I want to exercise my mental powers with other people that are interested in things as well. She wants to take a class, she wants to go somewhere, she wants to engage with others. 3 of Cups. Yeah, something fun. This could be I want to go to like, I don't know, a seminar where I'd get to meet other people in a specific industry and it'd be really fun. And I'd chit chat with people and swap ideas and stories and, you know, have little soirees where we chit chat. I feel like she's planning some kind of, that's going to be her entrance into like the dating world. But it's not as if she's trying to just date. What she's trying to do is, I want to meet other people, maybe like-minded people. I want to engage. I want to have connection with other people that doesn't begin with romance. It begins with, let's elevate. Let's contemplate new things. Let's talk. Let's have fun. Let's make this, see, 10 of Cups. Remember when she went through that death card in part 1? One of the things that changed a lot for her is she's realizing, I'm not like thinking the way to happiness is I just must have a romance. What she's actually boiling it down to is, do you know what I really want? I want interesting conversations. I want, you know, fun dialogue back and forth. I want to banter. I want to play. I want to connect. I want my life to be filled with not just romance and the hurt and pain that can come with, you know, when there's problems in romance. I want someone who I can share ideas with, and I feel like I have a friend as much as a lover. I want to genuinely have happiness, and my happiness is much more broad than dealing with a person who gets mad at me and then goes dead silent on me. That's all that happened in that previous relationship. I think it was rigid, high stress, high drama that she dealt with in the past. And it really, I think it was a good example of how it wasn't a relationship at all. It was just a pure power play. And I feel like that's what she's realized, is a relationship shouldn't be the only purpose for it is a power play. Who gets to control the other one? She wants nothing to do with that. I think that's a really profound message. Possibly the most important message that's come out of all 3 of these stories combined is that a relationship is not supposed to be a power play. It is supposed to be your friend, your person that you share life conversations with and fresh ideas. It's somebody who sparks your creative process. It's not somebody that is rigid, unflexible, you can't have a normal conversation with or even a heated debate with and still love, appreciate, and admire and respect that person in the way their mind thinks differently than yours does. I feel like that was her previous connection, is it was all about power. I'm going to win above you by putting you in your place, causing you hurt and pain, because then, see, that's how I treat you. You get to come crawling back to me. This is a negotiation that I'm going to win. I think that's how that previous person treated her, the one who lost her, the one who she's over. That, even if she didn't fully ever comprehend why that previous partner treated her that way, what she did understand was what happened in that. It was ice cold. It was lonely. There wasn't even anyone to give her emotion to, because that person held back and left her out in the cold. And after a lot of contemplation, she has realized what she actually wants. She wants someone that she is intrigued by, who has lots of interesting things to share with her, and vice versa. Someone who actually cares to build and to share their ideas, hopes, wishes, dreams, and their thoughts and their innermost ideas with her, not someone who silences and punishes with silence. That's her idea of happiness, which I love, that her happiness is not quote unquote romance. It is everything that a positive interaction with another human being hopefully entails, right? Caring, compassion, joy, fun, exciting, a person that we can bounce ideas off of, a person that we can problem solve with, a person that it feels like we're learning how to do life with. That's her vision of real happiness. So that's a pretty amazing thing, that she's figured out what she really does want, or she is in the process still of understanding that. We got a Page of Cups, we got a 7 of Pentacles. She's come to this conclusion. It's taken a long time to get here, but she really is ready to start building with someone. She wants to have a spark with someone. So she's open now. She's open for business now. What happens? What comes in for her? Hanged Man, Two of Swords. Oh, no, 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 no. She's ready for something real and true. Then why the stuck energy that surrounds her? Someone who's still delaying, still unsure. I'm really hopeful that it's not still supposed to be that person from her past who's over here. I'm sorry, it is. I can't change the cards that come out. It is these cards all showed up for that character. The person who was stuck once upon a time, the Chariot in the reverse, the person who's now utterly brokenhearted and disheveled because they've realized that they lost her. They're in this procrastination mode, not knowing how to fix this. They are aware that they love her. They're also aware that she doesn't want anything like what she had with them. She's not thinking about them anymore. And I said, what is coming in for her? And it is them. They're coming in with all this heartbreak. They're coming in. How are they coming into her? The Lovers, the King of Pentacles. They are coming in with their heart in hand. They are coming in with an intention to be solid. They are coming in, I mean, it sounds pretty heavy-handed, but they may be coming in literally in tears. They are coming in saying, I don't even know where to begin to explain to you how mixed up and messed up I have been, how bogged down I was with that Chariot in the reverse, how like hostility is kind of the only way I knew how to behave, how everything was about blocking and waiting for you to come crawling to me, and how that behavior of mine has caused all the grief that I now experience because I know that I lost you. But I'm kind of coming in heart and hand at this point. I've seen this. I don't want to be this anymore. I want to be stable. I want to actually not act like that anymore. I gotta say, this person is still coming into her world. Is that the moral of the story? Has enough time passed that change has been able to happen? We have 8 of Pentacles. We have Queen of Wands. We have an Ace of Cups. We have a Hermit. And we have a 6 of Pentacles. That is exactly what this story is. Unbelievably, it cycles us back around to she's grown and had a change in perspective of what a 10 of Cups relationship really looks like and feels like. She wants more than like romance. She wants a partner, right? Meanwhile, they, in all this time apart, in all of the punishing silence, they actually figured out. I am surprised we never saw the devil, but we didn't. What we just saw was a complete shift in their comprehension level and an understanding that they don't even want to be who they've been, that was no way to behave, that they made themselves stuck, that the behavior they were displaying, they were intentionally keeping themselves away from the person that they wanted most because they didn't know how to not have a power struggle. They didn't realize it was all power. That was the way they had approached it. They've had a lot of time to work on themselves. I think something about her has kind of shown them the way. It's helped them. It's definitely helped them open up their heart. They've definitely been on this silent journey all this time. All this time they've been watching her thinking they had the upper hand. It was they who was on this silent hermit's journey. She was on her own journey as well, but it's interesting that they are realizing they have been on a journey. They haven't been able to peel their eyes off of her in all this time. They have been just as stuck as she has on this relationship, but without realizing it, there was a growth happening inside of them. There was a shift happening inside of them. There was a blossoming happening inside of them that I don't even think they realized was exactly what needed to happen. If anything, here's what I would say. The image in my mind right now is like a woofer and a tweeter on, like a stereo system. And for a while, it was only coming out on one system. It was either all the high pitches or it was all the buzzing low pitches. And then it all switched the opposite direction. And now it's like we've put it into equilibrium. So maybe this is a little bit of the twin flame vibe where it's like people meet each other and they actually help each other find equilibrium. And it's like, wow, to find equilibrium first is just wildly swinging. It's this way, it's that way. And then finally we get into harmony. remember that in part 2, we saw the Justice card, and that was the plot twist card. This is about seeing what is wrong and knowing that it needs to be made right. This is also a card of karmic balance. It's as if these two characters, even though it was a messy journey, a painful journey, oftentimes a humbling journey, a journey of growth, it brought them to a place where, at long last and unbelievably, it appears that they are in a harmonious energy. Now we have to ask one thing, which is what happens in her, for her, right? Because she got over them. She wasn't thinking about them anymore. So what happens now? Sorry, I'm trying to find a deck I haven't used yet, and I've used a lot of decks here. Let's go this route. How does she react to this? Because it is them approaching her still. It is them approaching her. Something about the way they approach her, something about the sincerity of it, something about the fact that they don't come in and she goes, I don't know, tell me about this, tell me about that, I don't trust you, blah, blah, blah. There's none of that. They must come in with such a full explanation. We saw the Lover's card. We saw them coming in as a King of Pentacles. If they genuinely are coming in with self-knowledge and a genuine offer, it's as if the way they present themselves, the humbleness, the change that has genuinely taken place within them during this time of their own hermit's journey, and the fact that they are actually aware that that is what has happened to them, I think that that's what makes her see them as, you are my 10 of cups. We could be a 10 of cups together. You actually want to be in a partnership. You don't want to ice people out. You don't want to look at a relationship as a power struggle. You mean you want a partner? You mean you finally realize that that's what you want? I mean, that's what I've realized. That's what I want. That's what a relationship is supposed to be. I feel like it's two characters who actually learned something that maybe seems simple, but I don't know that it necessarily is. Maybe neither person had fully comprehended, I don't want it to be a honeymoon phase and then like, oh, we built up these ideas of each other and then it crashes and, it's like, oh, you're crap. I don't want to be with you anyway. And I hate romance. It's not about romance. It's about love. It's about partnership. It's about what that means. That's what both characters have actually always been hungry for, but both of them had maybe skewed ideas about what romance was. For them, it was a power struggle. For her, I don't know, for her, it might have been like, because she really dealt with loneliness and then drawing herself back. She might have had a different set of, skewed vision. What I will say is at this point in time, they both genuinely want something real. They found in one another the person that they actually genuinely like. At the core of both of them, there is a bond here. But the one character definitely displayed some really bad behaviors when they were in that Emperor in the reverse, that power struggle mentality. That's a huge thing for somebody to get beyond, but they did. And maybe it's because, they finally had the time to learn about themselves, about why am I doing this? And they made that change. She sees that change in them. And she realizes they want the same things that I do. If I still do love and care about this person as they are now in this different vibe that they're putting out, then yeah, that would be my 10 of cups. Maybe that's just the point. They always loved each other, but it was like, I would love it if we could be in a successful relationship. If somebody treated me kindly, if someone wasn't in a power struggle mode, we could be great together. But remember, she had some things to learn too, because she went through a transformation with that death card. She had to look at a few things differently also. She had to evaluate what she really wanted in a partnership so she wouldn't say yes to something that didn't suit her. I think both of these characters had a lot to learn, very different lessons to learn, certainly, but we've seen a lot of change here. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and bearing with me in this very lengthy storyline. I try to follow them until I feel like I can see the full picture, and this to me is the full picture. So we'll leave it here. Thanks for being here. Thank you for giving a thumbs up and subscribing if you do enjoy my fictional storytelling. Bye.